Look, I don't care what nobody got to say. Dirty Dom should be world heavyweight champion by next year. If you don't think that Dirty Dom should be world heavyweight champion by next year, you do not understand how pro wrestling works at all. This guy is the top heel in wrestling. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that Dirty Dom got the most heat out of any heel wrestler in the world. The amount of heat that this man has, I mean, it's next level. We can't even call it X-Pac heat because honestly, he has surpassed X-Pac's level of heat. We're going to now refer to it as Dirty Dom heat. And I think Dirty Dom's heat should lead to him having a world heavyweight championship reign by next year. Now, of course, if he would win the title, he's not going to pin Gunther, right? It'll most likely be in a triple threat fatal four-way situation, right, where he just gets lucky to win that title. But he holds on to it for a while. You know what I'm saying? Liv Morgan would help him win, right? Liv Morgan would help him cheat. Liv Morgan and the rest of the Judgment Day would help him retain the World Heavyweight Championship every title defense. Meanwhile, the whole crowd would hate him even more. Imagine his heat going so far up just because he's the World Heavyweight Champion. So now you're in a situation where you have a very hated, despised villain in Dominik Mysterio, and he has a bad looking chick in Liv Morgan on his side, sexy Liv Morgan on his team, right? You can't go wrong with that. It's almost like Edge and Lita from 2006. And that's another thing too. Dirty Dom, he went from Rhea Ripley to a real woman in Liv Morgan. And that's what's up. And I knew from the very moment, once Liv, had a face-to-face with Dirty Dom months ago when Rhea got hurt, I said to myself, yep, Dirty Dom is going to be the reason why Liv wins the women's world championship from Becky. And I was right about that. As I predicted, that was going to happen. And so fast forward, to SummerSlam, Dirty Dom does the same thing again, costs Rhea the women's world championship. And so now he has a real woman by his side that treats him better. Because if you look at how Rhea Ripley treated Dominik Mysterio, Rhea didn't really respect Dom at all. Rhea kind of looked down on Dirty Dom. She was only using him basically as a pawn. Her own little toy, right? She didn't treat him like a real man. But see, the difference is that Liv treats Dom like a real man. Now he has even more heat because he turned and betrayed Rhea Ripley, who the fans love because she's over like hotcakes. So him betraying Rhea Ripley, it just makes the crowd despise him even more. You add Liv Morgan, right? And this also helps Liv Morgan get over because, it solidifies her status as a villain. The same way it was like for Lita and Edge, right? Edge was very hated, and Lita was hated too. I would say back then, Lita was hated more than Edge was. It's almost like Lita being hated it only helped out Edge's career even more. So the way I look at this on-screen relationship is a winner. And this should lead to Dirty Dom being the world heavyweight champion.